On behalf of the United States Postal Service, it is absolutely my pleasure to welcome you all to Boston.
Today's favorite stamp day, so
Yes.
I wanted to share with you my favorite stamps. So my name is Marjorie Harrell from Dayton, Ohio, and my connection to the hobby is that I've just always loved stamps because I think they're little works of art.
And I understand that you have a couple of your favorites that you just love
Yeah.
to talk about.
They're part of the Hidden Image collection that started in 1997, went to 2004, and there were 42 stamps total that had hidden images. 2 of them you had to actually turn your special decoder a certain degree to see the image, so it's pretty involved.
So they gave out decoders? How did people
You
get...
had to buy the decoder from the post office, $4.95,
Ooh.
and these are the first stamps that I bought with the hidden image.
Oh, okay.
But it's my favorite just because they're so bright, cheerful, and happy. But you absolutely have to have a decoder. There's no other way to see the hidden images. So if you lose it,
There we go.
find another way.
It's really hidden for those who don't have one. Huh?
Yes, exactly. So all you do is take your little decoder and place it on the image. And at this international show, we need more light. So I was using the flashlight from my phone. And on the dog, you can see there's a bone and a doghouse. The little fish has bubbles coming from his mouth. Our little cat, you can see a paw print and a mouse. The bird, you can see a cage, bird cage, and the little hamster has his exercise wheel
Uh-oh.
in the corner, and I just think they're fabulous. Fabulous. And then Houdini, famous escape artist, his hidden image are the chains around his body. And I thought that was cool too.
That's quite clever,
I
right?
know, it's very clever. Very clever. So while I'm at the show, I would like to find more stamps of the hidden images. There are monsters, Air Force aircraft, sports, there's a whole array of hidden image.
And they all use that decoder.
Mhm.
Ah.
So I'm glad to have it. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, absolutely. Can somebody get the decoder today? Can they
Yes.
find it?
Yes. You can go on eBay and find one.
So they sell them on eBay. All right,
Yep.
terrific. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
You're right.
I'm sure some folks may have those stamps and not know that there's a hidden message already.
Yes.
Yeah,
So get a decoder and have fun.
terrific. Well, enjoy the rest of the show, and I hope you find more hidden message
Me too.
days.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, my name's Phil Shively, and I absolutely love stamp collecting. Each stamp has a story to tell, especially if it's been used, and it's just so intriguing to me where they go and what they've done, and each is a little work of art. My favorite artist is Czeslaw Słania, actually, perhaps the best-known engraver. I've also met and spoken to Martin Mork at one of the shows, who kind of took up for Słania. So, stamp collecting is definitely my main passion in life.
And I can tell because you've also fixed the inverted Jenny according to your shirt. Yes.
I was tossing and turning one night. I said, should I do that? And
Done.
when I woke up, I said, okay, I'm doing it. So,
Well, what do you have to share with us?
well, I have a stamp here that really is in a horrible condition. You look at it, look at this. We've got a tape stain over here. That is like among the biggest sins in philately, right? And there's a corner that's damaged. I think some of the perforations are missing. It is the 1 pound Machen head. It was the one that was issued in 1980. And it is the stamp that got me into stamp collecting. So I was at my grandfather's house, And he had so many stamps that we used the bathtub to soak them all. And of course, at age 7, I was completely enamored by this. But for some reason, the Queen's head really stuck out to me. And so, I've been into stamps from all over the world ever since. And then the souvenir sheet, which I picked up later, kind of continues the story because we've got the penny black going back, and I got that at the last stamp show that I went to in Cleveland, along with the much later issue featuring Victoria and Queen Elizabeth. That was to commemorate the 150th anniversary of the first British stamp. So they all three go together, and that's one of my favorite philatelic stories, I think.
Now, the Machen is a classic, right?
Absolutely.
I think it's very difficult to not get excited when you see a Machen, although it's super common.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I believe it is the most reproduced artwork in the world.
It could well be.
So it's quite awesome to have somebody identify a Machen as their special stamp that brought them into the hobby. And it just shows you that it could be something common. It doesn't have to be mint. It doesn't have to be stellar quality.
That's right.
But it could be something like this. And then it becomes a special stamp. And I think many of our collectors online have a special stamp that brought them in that they haven't let go of.
I hope
because
so.
they have that connection, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's very nice to have that.
I like that you've paired it with the souvenir sheet, right?
Yeah.
Those are special stamps. Queen Victoria on the penny black alongside the Machen design of Elizabeth II. And of course, Britannia riding those horses, right?
Oh, yeah. There's a Britannia 10-pounder that I'm after that I may get at the show. I don't know if I can do that. I'll let you know if I get that.
Please do. Well, terrific. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing.
My
Thank you
pleasure.
for being you've been watching the channel for quite some time.
Yeah. I think I watched some of your first few episodes.
And we first met in Columbus, I believe.
We did. My home.
long time
Yes, that's my hometown. So, yeah, you did a presentation at that show 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's good to see you again. And
Good to
it's
see
an
you.
honor to be on the channel as well.
Terrific.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the show
I will.
and have a good one.
All right. Thank you, Graham.
Let's give away a real penny black. Okay, so this is your chance to win a real penny black. What is your name, please?
Chloe.
Chloe. A penny black is the first postage stamp ever issued in 1840 in the UK. Now I have a few. I need you to pick one. Can you just point to the one?
This one.
You go with this one? Now a penny black has 2 corner letters at the bottom. You'll see this penny black right here. That indicated where on the sheet it was printed. So it starts with AA, AB, AC, all the way down to TL. You get 3 guesses. Each guess, I will tell you if it's above, below, left, or right. What is your first guess, Chloe?
OD.
So it is below and to the right. What do you think for a second guess?
SH.
SH. All right, this will be your final guess. It is above SH and to the left. Ooh, it's one in 9.
I'll guess PE.
PE. You got really close. The answer was QG. But thank you for playing. This is really great. If you guess the corner letters of this penny black, you get to keep it. What is your first guess?
Guessing.
Okay. Is it easy?
Yeah.
It is above, which is really good, and left. That was a heck of a gamble. Working with a very small area. Great first move. I think you pretty much have this now because it is below. But you're in the correct column.
All right.
So really, it is DB. Congratulations.
Oh,
You've got a penny black, my
Nice.
friend.
wow.
That's amazing.
Won my first penny black. Right there. Yeah. mission was, I said, I'm going to get every country of the world that was able to get 237 countries to mail me covers that like we see here. My name is Mike DePaz. I live in Miami, Florida. I've been a collector for 54 years. My specialties are United States classics. And I also specialize in other things like I'm about to present to you. And it started with this passport that came out in 2016 at the New York show. And in that, they provided a stamp that you can get a special cancel from the show. And there were about 42 participating countries and some other agencies that also came in. There was absolutely nobody in the show that completed this passport with all the countries that were there.
So you're the only one that has a completed passport?
The only one. And I blame this country right here, Canada, because Canada at that show had issued a lenticular stamp which has Kirk and Spock being beamed up in a lenticular stamp.
Yeah.
They did a show promo of a press sheet. It was limited to about 100 sheets in the show. And that press sheet was about yay big. Because it was yay big, I couldn't put it on the plane coming back home. So I had to put this jumbo cover in the U.S. Postal Service. But before I put it in the U.S. Postal Service, I got every country to put a stamp that they put in this passport on that cover, and I mailed it off, hoping that it would arrive in Miami. About 3 days later, that jumbo cover was on my doorstep. I was so happy. But when I was in the show, in line, ready to mail this out, somebody from India was in line as well. And he says, I really like that, what you did there. I want to send you one from India. About a month later, I received a big cover, not big, but I mean a A4 size, of Indian stamps, all covered, hand casted, and I said, wow, this is like a beautiful piece of artwork. And it led down this rabbit hole of collecting jumbo covers from around the world. And I've met friends from around the world that I'm still friends with today that helped me accomplish this goal. And it was a very difficult goal because this has never been done before. This is a format that is very unusual.
Now, I've known you as Jumbo Mike. When did that name come about?
The whole Jumbo Mike thing came about shortly after this whole process of doing jumbo covers started taking off, because nobody wanted to do this type of thing. In the philatelic world, this is kind of frowned upon because they said this is overkill. This is too much. You don't need to do it. You're going way over the postage rate. But at the end of the day, people understand that what I'm trying to create is stamp art.
Well, thank you so much, Jumbo Mike. I really appreciate you sharing this with us.
Yep.
And I know you might have some other items we might see later on. Appreciate it. Well, enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I found a very rare stamp that I understand had gone missing. I think it's the Roland Jenny. What does that number say?
At 65, there's one of the missing 4.
Oh, wow.
You now are in the possession of one of the rarest US stamps, a rolling Jenny. That is incredible. Where did you find it?
I found it here at Boston 2026.
Wow, this is an amazing discovery. Thank you.
I'm really excited to have this. Now I just have to get an inverted Jenny to go with my collection.
Can I take a look at it?
Yes, you may. And it came in its original
glassine envelope.
yeah, which I will keep in my collection.
Well, there we go, everyone. An actual rolling Jenny has been found here in Boston. One of the missing 4. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Absolutely happy to do that.
And now there's 3 out there to go.